20 to 9 over here.
Yeah, I always forget you're over there.
It's very gloomy today.
Isn't that the joke? Those islands are always cold and gloomy? Or so I read. I don't fucking know.
Uh, quite a lot of the time, yeah. I don't mind it though.
Is anybody else going to be joining us?
I tried to get someone on to sit in the conversation. Usually we have to have 2 people in. But it doesn't look like anyone's able to jump in vent. Thought Airrock was there, but apparently. We can wait if you want to talk to more than me.
I, whatever you think's best. I'm obviously at your guys' mercy here, so whatever you want to do.
We can just talk now, informally. If we have more people, it'd probably be a little less comfort.
I don't think I understood. Are you saying we should wait for people, or we should just talk formally now?
We can just talk now, if you're happy with that.
I mean, I don't really care. You seem to call the shots anyways, so.
Not really. Handle CB stuff. Kind of minor in the scheme of things.
Where to start? I mean, I suppose I should start with what my biggest "why is this happening" argument point is, which is I have a incredible hard time believing anybody in Shadowbane, given the same circumstance that we were in, being the top of the server, stumbling across this, would have done anything different. I wholeheartedly believe that. Now, I mean, nobody may share that those same sentiments, but that I wholeheartedly believe that this could have happened to anyone else, making this literally a landmine
Sure.
that we stepped on.
It's possible. Some guilds would have perhaps exploited it for. I think there are a couple guilds that might not have used it, but those are few and far between. I'm not sure whether they would have used it twice though, but I'm not too worried about that. Whatever guild used this bug for an advantage, the same thing would have happened. I mean, we're only 2 days into the server. We don't want to ban anyone or anything like that, especially when it was partially our fault. But at the same time, we can't give you a 10 million gold boost on every other guild.
I totally appreciate that. I mean, I think we could.
I think the best way forward is sorry to interrupt you, by the way. I forgot to mention this. I think the best way forward might be for our developer to get a list of assets that are related to your account and to your inner council's account, or to other assets that you could perhaps tell us the money was used on if that's not enough. And we'll give you a list of all the assets related to your guild or whatever. Like buildings, contracts, trees, gear if you used a lot of it on gear. I don't know what you used it on. Or even if it still exists.
It's just trees and
it's still liquidated.
I mean, I'm on the same page as you. I could give you the assets right now. Keep in mind that the warehouse ate 2 million legit gold, too. But yeah, I mean, you got 3 trees that were planted post this exploit or whatever you want to call it. That if you want to remove, I completely understand because the gold directly affected that. That would be the Winterblades tree, the tree planted east of Bounty Hunter in Arok, whatever the hell, Adrock, whatever, and the one planted on Undead. That's 4.5 right there. Like I already said, that warehouse ate 2 million legit gold, or at least 1.5 for sure.
That's fine.
So that's 6 that we're up to
We're aware
now,
of that,
and I
but
gave 2 sets of Rune Masters out, one to Dark Rain, one to Winterblades, and that's a mill. So we're already up to 7 now.
correct.
And then I'm talking the opportunity cost of me running around dropping this shit instead of, I don't know. I just feel like the difference is so minuscule. Like, delete those trees, they don't mean anything anyways. Like I just feel like we farmed so much, we were so far ahead that the actual cost and change that it would have is
I'm aware
so
of.
minuscule.
I'm aware of that. Our logs are very, 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 very specific. They're incredibly detailed. I'm aware of all that stuff. We can eventually go through and see what gold is spent on what and what time and things like that. But I don't think really, with the issues going on right now, I think that devs' time is better spent elsewhere. So, if you're happy with listing, let's say, 9 mil worth of assets, we'll just call 1 mil opportunity cost of spending your time out there. And we can take 9 mil worth of assets, and it's fine. Just leave it at that. You're happy with that.
And that's perfectly fine. I mean, I accepted that there was the potential that this would all come back, and it's one of the reasons I posted the bug report in the first place. It's one of the reasons I post all the bug reports. I mean, I don't know what other people are doing, but I feel like I'm quite active compared to a lot of these other fuckers who sit on the forums and run their mouths all day and don't actually do anything. So, I posted that bug report, I posted warehouse bug report, I posted a ton of things. And, everybody's
Definitely.
up in arms
A
just
lot of other
playing a
guilds
political
wouldn't
game as opposed to a closed beta. That's how I feel. I'm not saying people don't post stuff, they obviously are surely reporting things. But the things, like I was working with Candy the other day on mine stuff, I mean, I'm active.
I'm aware that you're contributing. Don't worry about it. But at the same time, we can't just leave the gold.
I mean, it would be one
like
thing
that.
if we.
It is a huge advantage.
But it wasn't like we sat there and went, 9 scrolls. You know what I mean?
I know. It could have been a lot worse. You did the right thing by reporting it, and you didn't exploit it further. It's fine. all we need to do is recoup the gold negative opportunity cost, which I think 1 mil is generous enough.
Okay.
Are you able to list assets from memory?
Absolutely.
Okay, sorry, I didn't get the order of the trees that you like
The
possessed. Unfortunately, we can't just delete them. They're going to be owned by admin characters. Just going to look a little bit funny on the map. But if someone wants to bane them, they can just retake them for free.
Okay, it's the, you want me to list them now? Because I have it all right here.
Sure, sounds good. If we can make 9 mil now, then that'll save me some time, and I'll just boot up the server and get rid of some. So, one was the tree on Undead Isle, right?
Yeah, I'm writing it all out to make sure that I'm even close. I'm almost done.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Okay, I think I've got about 9.5 mil. So I've got the Ajoc tree east of Bounty Hunter. I think that was actually the first tree we planted, so I'm actually in order right now. The Undead Isle
Okay.
tree, northwest corner of the zones, are like snuggled in there. That one definitely was next planted. The Winterblaze tree was posted right after that.
Was that using gold
Yes,
from this?
yes. The Rune Master for Dark Rain, as well as the Rune Master for Winterblades, was part of it, so that's 1 mil, 500k per.
Okay.
The inn, I dropped an inn because I didn't know about siege weapons being in Eldrith, thinking I had to drop a siege tent to drop mines. Uh, that was ranked to 3, no vendors in that, but that's I dropped those right away because my mindset went, okay, got to get mines now. So the inn went to 3. So that whatever that costs, I just estimated around 1 mil, but I don't know what the legitimate cost of that is.
I think it's about a mil total.
And then I have written here the warehouse ate 1 million gold, or 2 million gold, but I mean I know it at least ate 1 million. So if you want to say that's less than whatever, and then in my bank I have 1 million gold. When I added it up, I got 9.5 million. Why want to check me on that?
Okay. This sounds fine. It's a shitty situation. It shouldn't have occurred in the first place, but unfortunately we couldn't update our live tables, and we kind of forgot about a few things. This was one of those.
For what it's worth, I would have much rather not vendored them and promptly dropped them on jellyfish, but that's another story.
I can imagine.
I just want to fight. I don't really
You guys have
care.
done really well, but just for transparency, I had to record that conversation. I've stopped recording because I have to if I'm alone. Event.
Well, it's okay. I recorded it too.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. It's an admin thing. We usually don't talk one-to-one like this about official stuff without another person present. It's a rule born from some Vermocht conversation.
Shocking. Yeah, like I said though, I mean now that we're off the record, I still want to iterate the fact that I still believe this is a landmine, and without a doubt, 4 out of 5 people would have done the same exact thing. Absolutely, without a doubt. So,
That's fine. We'll go through and take like 9 mil of this.
okay. I wasn't transmitting it earlier. God damn it. What I wanted to say was I wanted to reiterate the point that I still believe that the 4 out of 5 people would have done the same exact thing in the same situation. Like that literally was a landmine that we just so happened to step on. I mean,
Probably, yeah.
I
I agree.
yeah, I sold it. I did, but at the same time, we stopped farming guards for that specific reason, and I threw up a bug report. So
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. So it's fine. It's kind of lucky in a way that we had the server issues because if it had continued, we probably wouldn't have noticed because the admins really only stayed on for the first night because of the server. So that would have kept respawning over and over and over.
Are you positive on the logs that nobody else got it? Because it seems bizarre to me because there had been plenty of people out at guards from what I was told.
Um, it looks like it was only you. We removed it really fast as soon as we heard
See, and this
about
comes
PM
down to
about
why
it.
I don't know why we're being punished, because this comes back around to it would have been worse. You would have had a larger shit show on your hands if I didn't report it.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, we regardless of that, we would have to get rid of any benefit from it.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I just feel like, if this had been constantly farmed with constant reboots, I feel like your targeted cleanup would have been, oh god, this is potentially too much. What are we gonna do? Ban a quarter of all
It could have
nations?
been a lot worse. I don't think we'd ban anyone in this situation unless it was, clear abuse. Like you stopped and wasn't exploited so heavily or anything like that, and it was reported. So it's better than the past. It's fine. It's not a huge deal. It was a good deal of blame is on the team, but you do have to get rid of any benefit from.
Yeah, and I understand. I just, I'm being painted as, some bad guy, but in reality,
Uh, it's not in our books too much anyway. What would you? I mean, I can either just say that the issue has been resolved, or I'm not sure what we'll have to post publicly because it'll look really weird. I mean, 3 of your trees will be owned by an admin.
I don't know.
Let's figure something out. You guys have still done like very well first few days. It's like you're ahead of most other nations.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty good accomplishment for having a bunch of people new to the game.
Yeah, blown away that the second highest guy in our nation is a guy who has played, Centaur Barb to like 60 and thought that was pretty neat, and now is playing a Dwarf Priest. I don't know.
It's a big transition.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, brain dead DPS to most important character in the group. But yeah, I don't know.
Was that what was his name? Was it Agile?
Yeah, it is agile. Why were you laughing at him?
Ah. No. I just saw him messing around. It was pretty. I was wondering who it was.
Yep, agile hopper. Yeah.
Oh, that sent.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. Yep. He also played a Centaur Barb on preview a long time ago. And then we've got growing pains.
I watched your.
With like Dark Rain's small, and they're running like auxiliary. We don't fit well right now. Our performance is not where it needs to be. Like Winterblades is.
I'm sure it'll smoothen out.
It'll smooth out. It'll be fine. But I'm used to my perfect 10-man group PvP and not losing anybody. I don't like seeing casualties, and I don't like seeing fails like at that mine. So, yeah, it'll all clean up. It's not a big deal. Dark Rain's really good people, and Winterblades is obviously awesome. We've got a long history with those guys. But,
Yeah, you got a good bunch of people under you. Unfortunately, by the time CT interest was determined, it was kind of considered the nation thing. We probably would have been way too big on it.
Yeah, I didn't. I heard you guys got a ton more people right at the end, and I think you told me that too.
Yeah, we doubled our
And that
numbers
kind of
basically.
changes it too, because I remember originally it was going to be like 5 is what I was expecting. And 5 people would have been no
Yeah,
problem.
it,
But then you start talking about
sorry
being able to
about
fill
that,
the whole
but
full group yourselves, and suddenly it's like, whoa. I had a feeling I was actually talking about breaking up before we even got together because I was going to say we're probably going to have to split. It's going to be too big. So
yeah,
in the end, it
I
didn't.
think you're at a good size now to compete with some of the other nations.
Yeah,
So
I mean we got a shit ton of invites, but I've already told you this 100 times. You know, they're not all on. They're not going to stay until 7 a.m. on Saturday. You know, when the server's finally working, like I did. You know, there's different levels of, you know, not not dedication, but how much they really can put forward. I mean, everybody's got fucking families and shit now. It's a different time. It was much easier playing this game when I was 16.
agreed. This server is going to be a lot of fun though. There are a good number of nations, and I really hope it stays that way because there's going to be some great competition. The top tier. I don't think you fought Wehrmacht or uh, Validation yet, have you?
Um, not straight. Well, preview, but not like in any real capacity. I mean, when we did fight them in the November, October, whatever that was preview, we were. I mean, I was just coming back and relearning. You got to think I quit before 2006, so I don't. All these travel stance and shit like that. It's all. I'm still relearning that.
Some people, we've got one person in TT that's sort of like that as well. He thought travel stance was just turning on running mode. Kind of hilarious.
Travel stance, but another thing, like I'm relearning all the mine shit. I forgot that mines, the non-owned mines, like what we should have done up at Obsidian is we should have just camped on Obsidian and played defense and gone to Galver next because there would have been no, like, maybe we would have fought you again there or whatever. It was you guys, right? I don't even know. Like, you are Aegis or whatever, right? Of the Legion, Mercenaries of the Legion, whatever.
I wouldn't be able to confirm.
You are. I know you are. In any case, yeah, we I didn't realize that. I can't remember how it worked. We should not have ever gone to Galver because we would have just all we needed to do was claim the mine, then move on and refight if you wanted to get the Galver mine, instead of going to Galver and then splitting forces and then running as fast as we can back up in a mess. So we had a complete logistics failure because I forgot how to the proper decision making for that. It's been so damn long.
It'll all come back. I think first couple fights against Validation and WM, you're you're gonna work through your growing pains in those fights. They're gonna the formal fights at least, proper GVG over mines and stuff with those two guilds will give you guys a challenge. Just because you guys haven't played in so long, and you haven't played against those nations, they've got a big upper hand in the fact that they've been in previous CBs and they've played together, and I think there'll be good fights for you guys to cut your teeth on and smoothing things out. They're both pretty decent nations when they want to be. Just depends if Zemais is on for their mock turn.
We'll see. I'm not terribly worried. They were a pain in the ass in that preview a long time ago when we were completely terrible just coming back, but now I feel incredibly solid. Minus the growing pains of the nation, but if I get in a 10v10 with them, I think we can pull it off. Like I don't doubt it. But anyways,
More has left the
You guys
server.
continuing with the the jellyfish rivalry thing.
It's not continue.
I don't see that
They just
ending
keep
too
running
well
their
for jellyfish.
like they won't stop running their mouth. Like I really don't care. I like the random politics of Shadowbane, not this continued beef bullshit. I don't like this. They said something, and so I'm gonna go Bane on. Like I think that's lame. I like the like, hey, we're a small guild getting zerged and we need help, and then you get pulled into some fight and you're helping in a defensive allied capacity or some kind of crap like that. I like that kind of shit. Not whatever, like a Cold War type Russia US where you're playing with pawns. You're not directly fighting. That
The
kind of
best way
shit.
to get that sort of stuff is to not forum bane a whole lot, honestly. As soon as you enter forum bane, you get people poking to see if they can get a reaction.
That's why I mean I really haven't posted shit until I felt like I needed to defend myself on the forums just now. I mean Hytate is fucking whatever. I don't know why he's got such a hard on for me, but in any case, it's early for you, it's late for me. I should be getting to bed.
Yeah. Alright, well, thanks for talking it over and everything. Providing that list.
Yep, sure.
Alright, well, have a good night.
Thanks. See you, man.
Love has left the server.